Hello everybody and welcome back to Voice of the Cards. Let's go get that slime. Do 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 do.
Though a torch is not strictly necessary, it would certainly help you find your way through the dimly lit shrine. Your footing is obscured in the dimness of the shrine. You should probably go forth slowly but steadily, taking it one step at a time. You take a good look at the floor and see it lined in trails of viscous liquid. No doubt a slime or 200 have passed through here. It looks like poor Mr. Flobby is being held captive by the Mystery Man. Hand over that slime, you shout to the man in the dark. You speak as if I kidnapped him, he remarks, curtly turning to face you. When your eyes finally adjust to the surrounding darkness, you realize the man's clothes look eerily similar to Melanie's. Melanie's mouth falls open in surprise. It seems the man has noticed Melanie as well. It looks like the two know each other. According to the man, he and Melanie came from the same village and are far from strangers. The man's revelation makes you realize that you know almost nothing about Melanie's past. You ask Melanie about her hometown, but she holds her tongue. Then the man speaks. With forbidden magic, our clan has ensured the dragon, he begins, when Melanie cuts in. She rattles on about the man, telling you that he is Vince, a lunatic obsessed with the dragon. Vince resentfully claims that he is searching for the noble dragon to protect it. You ran away from home with your tail between your legs, he ridicules. Enraged, Melanie lunges at Vince. You have so many questions, but realize that the most pressing matter is getting Mr. Flobby back. So you ready for battle? Careful, he won't go down easy.
100. Okay. Dang, no freeze. Dang, no poison. Plenty of lightning. There's the poison. That's not quite as good.
During the fight, Vince asks, "Do you know the truth about that village?" The headman may look like a nice old man, but he keeps those little monsters around too, he begins. But before he can finish, Winifred Hedwyn and Berwyn of the Ivory Order appear. The three brush you aside, fixing their attention on Vince. So the Ivory Order and that false justice they serve are the true evil here. He retaliates, fighting back.
Bolt damage. Okay.
Seeing the two parties occupied with each other, you realize this is your chance to grab Mr. Flobby. Vince is on equal footing with the three from the Order. You realize then that he wasn't fighting in earnest against you earlier. Engrossed in their battle, the combatants pay you no mind. Perhaps wary of humans, Mr. Flobby dashes out when you draw near. When you reach out to grab Mr. Flobby, he suddenly attacks. Lower Mr. Flobby's stamina to calm him down. Exhausted from the fight, the raging mist, but it seems he hasn't yet come to his senses. Find something to help return Mr. Flobby to normal. You wipe Mr. Flobby's mouth with the handkerchief you received from the girl. Then you hear a quiet voice speak. That's not my mouth, Mr. Flobby. It looks
Oh my
like
goodness.
The girl's familiar scent on the handkerchief returned him to normal. Having regained his senses, Mr. Flobby heads back to the village. You place the increasingly sticky handkerchief in your bag.
Actually, hold on a minute. Let's change some of our skills around. Let's see. That's probably going to come in handy eventually, but I don't really use it that much. And you, I haven't used this at all, so. Oh, I hate it when I have to sneeze. Woo!
Lappy approaches and tells you that Mr. Flobby has returned.
I tell you, there is one thing I need to do. I was looking, and there's a card
You follow the curious sounds to their source, our resident well water lover. Digging, he digs and digs, but no water is forthcoming. What's worse, he has injured his hand in the process. Melanie beseeches you to help the poor man. But well digging was forbidden by our ancestors long ago. You've heard the legends. How is that the best lie you can come up with? She snaps back, appalled. The man turns towards you both, oblivious to the squabble playing out before him. Do you have any salve that might ease my pain? He asks. You hand the man some salve. The instant he applies it to his hands, he resumes his furious digging. This time, not long after that, water erupts from the ground with a force unlike any you've seen. He sidles up to the jet of water and begins drinking from it as one would from a fountain. He is once again in his element. The man hands you mysterious card 4 to show his appreciation for the salve.
There we go. I noticed we didn't have a 4. There's only so much. I think I'm still good. Unionville, there we go. That makes things a little easier.
The girl is ecstatic that Mr. Flobby is finally back home. I'm happy for you, Melanie says with a smile as she returns the handkerchief. The girl bows her head and thanks you deeply. Mr. Flobby looks as slimy as ever. You just hope it's a happy slime. The headman wants us to bring Mr. Flobby to him. Would you mind, you ask? Of course not. But bring him back soon, she answers with a bright smile. I am so happy to see you safe and sound, the headman exclaims, giving Mr. Flobby a hug. You explain everything that happened, including the incident with Vince and the Ivory Order. He expresses his relief that the Order will be taking care of the criminal. He then thanks you for your hard work and instructs his stewardess to prepare dinner for your party. You can feel your collective mouths watering at the sight of the lavish meal before you. Mar and Ridis immediately dig in. You aren't sure where you find a moment to breathe among all the feasting. Please, eat to your heart's content, the headman insists. Once your belly is full, you realize that Mr. Flobby is gone. And then... Room for dessert? The headman asks, offering you a plate of slimy jelly. You feel your stomach churning at the very sight of it. The color strikes you as familiar, and the stickiness sends a shiver down your spine. Is this Mr. Flobby? you ask the headman, your voice trembling in disbelief. The headman looks at you with a plain expression, one that holds no malice. Is that a problem? He questions back. This dish is a masterpiece, he remarks with a light-hearted chuckle as he gazes at the jelly. And I have you brave heroes to thank for it. Had you not brought that slime back, we would not be able to enjoy this exquisite dessert. Are you full? He asks, seemingly concerned at your silence. It would be a shame to let something so splendid go to waste. You move to leave, but I try to get my meat while it's still young and tender. But at least your pet is very plump, he remarks, licking his lip. He points at Mar and asks, would you consider leaving that creature here with me? Never, you refuse flatly, not bothering to hide your discomfort. Think about it, he entreats. You grab the headman by his lapels, hands trembling in fury. You pummel the headman with all your might. Curled up on the ground, the headman groans in pain, but insists that monsters were meant to be eaten. You hug Mar tightly, reassuring him that you will not hand him over to anyone. Mar looks at you with his round eyes and mews softly. You meet eyes with the rest of your party and reach a tacit agreement. Together, you all stand and leave. As you are about to leave the headman's house, the old man suddenly charges at you from behind. But Mar, the keener of you two, is quick to block with a crash. Mar and the headman tumble to the ground. From the headman's hand falls a small blade. It clatters to the ground, covered in blood. You take the injured Mar to an inn where you can watch over him. You gaze at the unconscious Mar with concern. Despite the shallow wound, no amount of medicine seems to rouse Mar from the bed. I heard that my friends were in danger, so I came as quickly as I could, Lappy says. As he reaches Mar's bedside, he leans over and licks his wound. This is what you call an extract, he shouts. He explains that it is a poison extracted from a certain monster. If it enters the body, it drastically reduces one's stamina. Hearing those words, you realize the headman's blade must have been coated in this poison. Mar's condition starts to make sense. Isn't there anything we can do? Melanie asks. Lappy's eyes widen in realization before he places his mouth over Mar's wound and begins sucking. He then puts the whatchamacallit extract into a bottle and hands it to you. Lappy says that if you follow the road south of the village, you will reach Shoreland. He tells you to give the extract to the famous nutritionist there. Realizing that you are at fault for this, you don't hesitate to undertake the quest. But this is strange. The extract comes from a monster, so it should have no effect on one, Lappy remarks with a curious tilt of his head.
Interesting.
I thought a beast of that size would eat us out of house and home, she remarks, no doubt talking about Mar. The girl sighs. Mr. Flobby, you're alive. This is Mr. Globby, Mr. Flobby's cousin, she tells you.
I can see they dedicate their lives to nutrition. Alright, I know where it is. Of course, we're gonna go this way first, though. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Daggum now. Come on. Oh, nothing that difficult. Little flame ought to singe that. I will say I'm in love with this game. It is super good. It's relaxing. It's not that stressful. It's kind of funny. I think I might make a playlist of all the games made by this guy, because now I've done both Niers, which I do plan on going back and finishing some stuff with Nier. And my platinum road, my like, what did I call it? My platinum journey or something like that is actually can come true now that I'm able to show you guys the actual trophies pop up in certain games. So I might actually do that. Go back and try to platinum all the Nier games. We're gonna try to platinum this one too. Okay, so Shoreline is down there. How big is this map? It goes down quite a ways down there. That was a person. That should be easy since we've already talked to everybody here. You know what? I said we'd be back. We're gonna win this, so help me. He's got 2 10s, not 2 2s. I hope I roll higher than a 4. Why mine? I would have moved that queen. That's 30 points right out the gate. Darn it. Oh, he gets 2 kings. She's got 2 queens now. Rather be nothing than bad. My goodness. He's got a 6, 7, 8 right there, or a 7, 8, 9. Yep. He has the rest. Use the Really, you're gonna give me that one? My God, this sucks. He's got 3 of them? Of course you got that card. Of course you did. And I'll get to play Once Upon a Time. Oh my god, it's my turn. Oh. I need something crazy if I'm gonna do anything. Wow, 12. Woo! Of course. I swear, watch you destroy all my cards. Oh, a 4. What do you know? None there. None there, but both of mine. Somebody please draw that dragon. Just draw that dragon while I have nothing to give anyone else. Why is this one so hard? Whoa, a 20. Yay. Oh, you look at you. You got 2 9s. Congratulations. You rid of them stupid mushrooms. Why my turn? What would I have to gain? What would you have to gain from messing with me other than I'm the player? Man, they bully you. Please draw it. what you get. Come on, that dragon's in there. There he is. Yes, give him my 2. Did I win? Yes! Yes! From the bottom to the top after so many tries.
Are you the legendary card shark? The boy's hands are shaking as he proffers you a gift in commemoration of your win.
Oh, God! Alright, let's go a little further.
The sign on the door reads, "The Great Nutritionist Oreo." You open the door without knocking. "Is anyone home?" you call. A muscular man emerges from the back.
Good Lord.
Praising his musculature seems to put him in high spirits. Anyone can achieve a body like this with the proper diet, he explains. So why don't we enjoy a life of love and nutritional meals together? Have mercy, you think, then immediately change the subject. You politely ask if he is the nutritionist. "Indeed, I am the nutritionist Oreo," he answers. He says he has been studying dietetics here for many years. You hand Oreo the extract and explain that your comrade is now bedridden because of it. He stares at the extract for a long time, and then opens the bottle and laps at the liquid inside. "That's poison!" Melanie shouts in alarm. The man insists that he'll be fine with his expertise of nutrition. Regardless, it seems he managed to grasp the composition of the poison with that lick, and starts concocting a nutritional supplement to counter it. However, he says he needs a spry fish, which has been difficult to catch lately. He needs a special fish to make the necessary supplement. When he explains that you can catch one in the surrounding sea, Ridis confidently interjects. She shows you a page from her ancient tome, which explains the ecology of the fish in detail. "That book comes in handy from time to time," Melanie remarked. Oreo gasps as if remembering something. He says that his son went out fishing and, with a bit of luck, may have already caught a spry fish. It sounds like his son is fishing on the wharf. You decide to go find him. You see a young man with his line in the water and call out to him. He turns around and flexes, shouting out suddenly, "Power is power." You stare, enchanted by his bulging musculature. There is no doubt in your mind that this is Orio's son. He asks if you have business with him. Though you are pretty sure of the answer, you ask the young man if he is the nutritionist's son. "That I am," he answers. He introduces himself as Bruno and says he is learning to be a nutritionist like his father. You introduce yourself, expressing to him that you are a hero on a journey and require a spry fish to save your ill comrade. His eyes begin to sparkle the moment you utter the word hero, and he becomes engrossed in your tale. More or less grasping the situation, he regrets to inform you that he has not caught any spry fish yet. He says that a monster has settled near their town, and its thundering roars have scared most of the fish away. You know Oreo needs a spry fish to make that supplement. Hearing the despair in your voice, Bruno speaks, his words like an ember in the dark. He tells you that there is a harbor near town where fishermen gather. Perhaps you can find the fish you seek there. You thank him for the information, then head to the harbor with your comrades. Just as you are about to leave, Bruno offers to escort you there. Is it a reward you're after? You are about to ask, but Melanie smacks you on the head before you can voice it and allows him to come along.
Alright. Yeah, let's set up our party. Let's have Bruno. Let's see what Bruno's made of. He's level 9 too. Alright. That is all the time I have for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.